Good morning, everyone. I'm Devapriya from Mighty Brains. Today is Tagore Day. Rabindranath Tagore is one of India's most cherished Renaissance figures who has put us on the literary map of the world. He was a poet and maker of not only modern Indian literature but also the modern Indian mind. Tagore was right-minded and a great poet, short story writer, novelist, dramatist, essayist, painter, and composer of songs. He is worldwide acclaimed as a social, political, religious, and aesthetic thinker, an innovator in education, and a champion of the one world idea makes him a living presence. Gandhi called him the Great Sentinel. He also renowned as Gurudev.
Tagore was born on May 6, 1861, in an affluent joint family at Jorasango in Calcutta. His father, Maharshi Devendranath Tagore, was a religious reformer, scholar, and leader of Brahmo Samaj, and his mother's name was Sharda Devi. He was the youngest of the 13 children. He had spent most his childhood with servants since his mother had passed away when he was very young. His home was the hub of literary and theatrical activities. In 1883, Rabindranath Tagore married Mrinalini Devi Rai Chowdhury. He had 2 sons and 3 daughters.
In his childhood, Tagore never liked the school education within the 4 walls. He liked the outside world, the open sky overhead, and the earth under the feet. So he was educated at home by private tutors who taught him various subjects. English was his least favorite subject. His father guided him with Upanishads. He extensively read the mystical and Vaishnava poets of India. From his early years, Rabindranath Tagore wrote poems. Some of his poems were published in periodicals where he was very young. He finished a long poem in Maithili style. His first short story in Bengali had the title Bikharani the Beggar Woman.
Tagore went to England for higher education, but there also he did not like the traditional system of education. He came back to India after a year. After he came back, he devoted himself completely to writing.
Before he turned 18 years old, he had published more than 6,000 lines of words along with prose. He became an active member of the Bengal Literary Academy and frequently contributed to many periodicals. Bengal was swinging of renaissance in every field of religion, literature, and politics when Rabindranath Tagore made his presence felt in literary society.
He established a school named Shantiniketan at Bolpur in Bengal. In Shantiniketan, the teachers took classes under the trees and open sky overhead and green grass under the feet. The Gurukul pattern was followed in the school. Later, the school became a college and then a famous university under the name of Vishwabharati. Today, students from different parts of the world come there to study.
His contributions, Rabindranath Tagore wrote not only poems but also short stories, dramas, and essays. He was awarded the world-famous Nobel Prize for Literature for his famous book poetry called Gitanjali in 1913. The British Crown awarded him the knighthood. However, he returned the award to mark the protest against the inhuman massacre in Jallianwala Bagh. Tagore has 2,230 songs in his collection, which he composed, and they are known as Rabindra Sangeet. Till today, the Bengalis sing his composed song with pride. His famous novels like Gora, Gare Baire, Naukodubi, Chogar Bali, and many have been made into movies, which have won accolades worldwide.
Tagore also took up in painting. He introduced a completely new form of art, and his paintings were so exceptional that he won himself a very significant place among India's famous contemporary artists.
Rabindranath Tagore was writing at a time when the entire country was thrown into the fever of freedom struggle and plunged with deep passion into the struggle. He took part in the freedom movements by opening a Swadeshi shop selling only Indian goods and by rejecting foreign goods. He also composed many patriotic songs and articles, especially during the painful partition of Bengal in 1905. These songs inspired the youth of the country. He gave us the national anthem Janagana Mana. He had also composed the national anthem of Bangladesh, Amar Sonar Bangla. He also wrote the lyrics of Sri Lanka's national anthem.
Death. Tagore died on August 7, 1941 at Calcutta, leaving behind a legacy of world-class literature. He is one of the most influential Indian writers, and so not only the nation but also the entire intellectual community suffered an irreparable loss. The nation lost a great poet, philosopher, social compromised, and a great human being. He is not only the representative of nation but also a wholesome product of Mother Earth, an amalgamation of Indian and modern values. Even though he is not among us, but his presence can be felt in his vast works. His birthday is celebrated as Rabindra Jayanti in West Bengal. He will always be remembered as a source of inspiration of noble thoughts and great ideas for humanity. Thank you.